Hello everyone, we're going to the first match of a Kaladesh draft, and we would like to play first. And I think this hand's pretty good. We don't have anything till turn 3, but we do have 2 removal spells and solid creatures to try to just win the game with. So I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Malfunction is just so much worse than Revoke Privileges. I mean, the one thing it has going for it is it can at least deal with artifacts. I've used it on like a Smuggler's Copter before and felt pretty good about it. But man, yeah. Neither of them turn off activated abilities, which kind of sucks. But in fact, Malfunction I guess does that a little better. It can turn off tap activated abilities at least. Ooh, turn 1 Thriving Turtle's kind of annoying. Means that playing our flyer first is probably just going to be better. Luckily, we have a lot of flyers, so Thriving Turtle's ability to block on the ground isn't a huge deal. Right, our opponent also blue-white. It's about to be a 1/4 Thriving Turtle, assuming he decides to attack here. The fact that he's pausing means he has some other way to use energy in his hand. Otherwise, that's just like a no-brainer. Yeah, Ether Theorist. Okay. Do I play a 3/3 Glint Sleeve Artisan or just play Windrake? I think I'm going to play Windrake. In my turn. So you can make this a 2/5 now, so there's no real reason to block it. Ooh, God, man. Gonna have to use a Revoke Privileges quick here. That thing. I could just use Malfunction since I'll be at 4 mana. It's worth thinking about, certainly. Right, you are at 2/5, and I will take it. Now we have an Ether Meltdown as well. It may just be better to play, it probably is, just to use all of our mana here, so that on a later turn we can do like Revoke Privileges plus something else, but we're just going to go Malfunction. So the bad news is, against this deck he may have lots of ways of blinking his creatures, so our enchantment-based removal spells are not going to be at their best at all. So that's not exactly ideal. Neither is paying 4 mana to tap down a 3 cost creature, but given the situation I think it's fine. We'll get in for 2. Next turn we probably do just play our Artisan. It's probably just better to go for the Servo. I mean, I guess the 3/3 Artisan can block Thriving Turtle, though. And the 2/2 Artisan can't, so it's worth keeping in mind. So yeah, I mean, our opponent could have Ether Trade wins, a lot of things. Thriving Ibex now, okay. So 3/6 Thriving Turtle. Yeah, we still probably play the 3/3, it just seems better. Our opponent's deck is much energier than ours is. Sky Swirl Harrier. No, I just play that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to crack in again in the sky, and then play Sky Swirl Harrier. It blocks pretty well right now, so I like that. Also attacks well, so I like that as well. Yeah, we could have used one of those. We passed a few of them. This is a card I like a lot. Now this can attack. And it will. I'm probably going to use like Ether Meltdown on it at some point, just because it's like beating us down so hard. Ooh, Renegade freaking Freighter. Okay. Ether Meltdown works pretty well on that, but that's still kind of scary. Alright. I think I'm going to attack in the sky, drop our opponent to 11, and hold up, play Glint Sleeve Artisan, and hold up Ether Meltdown. Right now he only has this creature who can crew the Renegade Freighter easily. So could also think about Revoke Privileges and leaving up Aether Meltdown, but I think the Artisan's probably better. So we're going to attack in the sky here. We'll play our Glint Sleep Artisan. And yeah, I think we make him a 3/3 here. Although the ability to chump block when one has flyers should probably not be understated. Yeah, let's go with the servo, actually. Like, being able to chump block, I mean, we can't chump block the Renegade Freighter, except for that we can use Aether Meltdown on it and block it with our Glint Sleeve Artisan. So, that's not too bad. And in the meantime, we can just keep attacking in the sky. Don't play a scary 6-drop here. You don't need to. Okay, he's just crewing. Crew away. And I'd probably just chump with the servo and then play another Glint Sleeve Artist and attack for 5 again. Chump with the servo, so on and so forth. Alright. No energy, at least. Still have a Revoke Privileges, too, which is going to be pretty strong here. Could just swing the race in our favor, depending on what's in our opponent's hand. So I'm going to block here, and I'm going to block here. I'm going to play Aether Meltdown. Alright, not too bad. Okay. So, we can swing back for 7. I think we probably play another Glint Sleeve Artisan. I think we do swing for 7 and play Glint Sleeve Artisan. That way we have lethal in the sky next turn. And we're going to get 2 bodies so that we can block. Yeah. Would have been nice. A land wouldn't have hurt there. Windrake's alright, though. Right, so we're protecting ourselves. Our opponent's just dead in the sky. Unless he has a way to kill us. Seems to be thinking about a way to kill us. All right, we did it. I mean, we weren't playing anything exciting. Did we play anything above common rarity? Oh, I guess the Meltdown. But, you know, just playing some common flyers and blocking on the ground and a couple removal spells can just win you some limited games, for sure. Built to last. Nah. More flyers don't hurt, really, but we probably have enough already. Our opponent didn't seem to have any, which is kind of funny in this archetype. He ended up as an energy-centric deck, which doesn't happen in this archetype a ton. But Thriving Turtle is a good reason to be doing it, because, I mean, in that game, that Thriving Turtle beat us down pretty hard. Granted, we had to revoke privileges in our hand like that whole game that we never used, but still. Alright, I think we just roll with this. If we saw like a bunch of like X3 flyers or creatures with reach, Windrake has a pretty good chance of getting cut, but we didn't see that, so Windrake just did his job that game. Did his job. Assuming the opponent's going to go first here. He is. This is another slow hand. Slower than the other one was, even. But we do have a couple ways of interacting on the early turns, and then we have a couple flyers, and I think that's probably okay. I don't love it. We can blow up his freaking Renegade Freighter, which was not great for us in that last game. I mean, we had a way to deal with it, but it put us in a position where we were like, our opponent needed to draw like one card, or we could have potentially died. Yeah, I think we keep this. Freaking turn 1 Thriving Turtle again, really? Wonder how many he has. Where's our Thriving Turtle? That would be a good thing to counter his Thriving Turtle. I mean, like, yeah, if you play this guy on turn 1 and you have lots of ways of making energy, he just gets huge. And then the last game, what was he, a 4-7 at the end? So, and you only pay 1 mana. You'd have to use some energy, which is a real resource in this format, but that's okay. At least he didn't have a 2-drop there that just gave him more energy. He probably has a 3-drop that will give him more energy. But, no, maybe not. That's good. That is good. I prefer to just take 1 here. If he plays his aerial dude, we probably have to put revoke privileges. Yeah, he did. Of course he did. So yeah, we're just going to revoke his privileges. He did have this one, I guess, this X3 flyer, but it doesn't worry me too much. Yeah, that's so good against revoke privileges, unfortunately for me. I was wondering if he had cards like that. An Aviary Mechanic makes our enchantment-based removal pretty sad, which most of our removal is enchantment-based. Not quite all of it. Okay, well, we have a way to win the late game if we can just get there. We're going to play the Pioneer. I think I'm actually going to make it a 3-2 flyer. It can block Thriving Turtle, and it can attack and trade at least with the other guy. And we have a Sky Scroll Harrier coming down next turn, and then Wisp Weaver. So we're just going to sort of curve out a bunch of decent-sized flyers here, which isn't something I feel bad about, really. What if he has impeccable timing or something? I think I'd block. I'm going to block the turtle, and if he wants to use a trick or something, I don't feel too terrible about that, especially because it looks like he's only got 3 lands. So if he uses a trick, he can't replay that 3-2. So, and that 3-2 suddenly isn't very good anymore, at least from the tempo swing we got from it. Yeah, he is going to use impeccable timing. So now we'll play our Harrier, who was a star in the last game. And then we can play Wisp Weaver, even though it's not going to do. The one thing it'll do for us is we'll probably be able to attack and then exile this and bring it back into play untapped as pseudo vigilance. That's the most we're going to be able to do. Oh, now it'll do something. We're going to do the same to our opponent that he did to us. Now it's even better. So yeah. So we'll take the 3. We don't really have a choice, obviously, in the matter. Ooh, Self-Assembler is going to be nice, but we definitely play Wisp Weaver here. Exile Sky Swirl. And end our turn. Probably play Self-Assembler next turn, grab another Self-Assembler. Because a 4-4 on this board is pretty sizable. I don't really think there's a way around saying it's sizable. I mean, these guys are huge right now, so that's saying something. I'm just going to take it if he attacks. Yeah, I'll just take that. I don't really want to lose either of my flyers. I feel better about losing like Self-Assembler. Okay. Opponent can start scrying now. I just bash in for 7 here. I think I do. He has more energy now, so this will be a 2-5, but we're going to play a Self-Assembler. We're just going to start the fight in the skies. We're going to assemble ourselves and get another one. All right, and we'll end our turn. him I don't feel too bad blocking with, like if he attacks with his 2/2 again to see if he has something going on, because it's basically a 2-for-1 at that point. Well, not a 2-for-1, but yeah, no, it basically is. Like if he uses a trick, because I already drew a card off of Self-Assembler, if I make him use a card to kill it, that means it's a 2-for-1, so I'm okay with that. It's our opponent's 4th land. He had been struggling a little bit to get there. We need one more land before we can play Whirler Maker. Or no, we can actually play Whirler Maker and make a Thopter right now. I mean, we'd probably play Self-Assembler, but that's a plan for a later turn. Hello, that's a little bit scary. We're going to have to block that with Self-Assembler. There's not really a way around that. So we'll take 4 here. If he attacks with... Well, he's not going to attack with both. But yeah, we'll block and take it down. You can't let this thing live, because if you do, it just kills you. So, so we are going to block him. Take ourselves down to 8. What are the chances he has another haste creature? We're going to attack for 7, so he's dead in the air again next turn. Don't even really need to play Whirler Maker. We could, but I think I'm just going to play Self-Assembler again. We don't have a 3rd one, unfortunately. We could have, if you watched the draft, but I passed an early one that I thought about taking. So it's worked out pretty well. I mean, we just have Thopters and things like Self-Assembler to lock the ground down, and Sky Swirl Harrier and friends just beat down in the sky. He does have his 2/3 with Lifelink who can block flyers, and that does actually buy him another turn. So we haven't seen it, but we know he has it. Okay, so Impeccable Timing seems likely. I definitely block. I don't see a great reason not to. So I'm going to block there and see if our opponent, if he uses Impeccable Timing or a pump spell here. Okay, well, the Assembler lives. Oh, Fumigate. Man, I'm glad I have Whirler Maker right now. But yeah, that Fumigate was pretty brutal. That's why he didn't want to play the card he had in his hand, the Lifelink guy. We can block it all day with Glint Nest Crane, though. Unfortunately, it can block our Whirler Maker tokens all day. So, 6 mana, 8 mana. That's what we have. Yeah, I think I play the Crane. See if we can hit one of our artifacts. We do only have a couple left in our deck, so... We have 1 left, actually. We've drawn 3 of our 4 artifacts. Will we get lucky and hit it anyway? No. Those would have been some nice cards to draw, too. But that's okay. We'll also play our Whirler Maker. But I feel like, in the long run, we can grind out a win thanks to Whirler Maker, but we'll see. You know, I guess I could have taken that 6 and used Fragmentize, but it seems a little dangerous, to say the least. Okay, I think we make him a 3/3, since he can attack through an aerial responder. We mean our turn, and we just start cranking out these Thopters. So I was actually just thinking, you know, maybe leaving Whirler Maker in this matchup that seemed to be a pretty much a race isn't great, but now that I know my opponent has Fumigate, it works out pretty well. Pretty well. Okay, he's bringing the Thunder here. I'm just going to declare a block. He's probably just trying to gain life, so... Which he can do, unfortunately, for us. Going to draw this one out. Oh, he's not just trying to gain life. Okay. Now he actually doesn't gain life, funnily enough. We just need to draw one of our other several removal spells, basically, and then I think we can just overwhelm our opponent thanks to things like Whirler Maker. Just cranking stuff out. That's good. Do I attack with my Artisan? You can't really block this very well if I do, humorously enough. I guess I can block it okay, though, but yeah, I think we go for the swing. All right. I mean, we can't let this life gain get completely out of hand because it may give him way too much time in the later part of the game. I briefly thought that he might have Fumigate when he didn't replay his responder, but I thought it was just that the board was such that it wasn't very good, and I was wrong. Privileges revoked. Okay. We do have a Fragmentize for that. I may use it. All right. So we're going to make a Thopter token. Let's go to 3. Probably not. Not when I have a free Thopter token. Could just double block this, I guess. It's not the worst. Yeah. Ooh, that's not so good. I'm glad we also have Fragmentize to get rid of this Revoke Privileges. There's our Revoke Privileges. That works out pretty well. Privileges are revoked, sir. I'm going to attack. I'm going to cast Fragmentize. So we have another flyer ready to attack next turn on top of our Whirler Maker token. Doesn't feel terrible to empty my hand here because of Whirler Maker, basically. I'm just going to attack. Aggressive. Well, I think I just make a Thopter and block with my opponent. It just feels to me like he's trying... He's going to use like a trick or something. Could double block. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to chump. Freaking P-Foul. That impeccable timing is pretty good, though. Pretty good. Do I attack with both? And then use the impeccable timing to kill. Yeah, I think we do attack with both. He can swing back at us at 4, but between impeccable timing and our Whirler Maker token, we're not really going to take anything. We're probably going to use impeccable timing just to kill... oh, we can't actually effectively kill the P-Foul. See, we can, but our Windrake would die, and I don't really see that as being worth it, so... So we're going to do what he's done to us several times. And we will end our turn. So this game did turn into a grind fest after being more or less laid back in the early going. We're just going to chump again. Just too many things can go wrong if we take it. We just need to draw a sizable creature. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. We'll attack with Glint Sleeve again. Is he about to get impeccable timing? Yes. No. Oh, no. Well, he's still just a 2/3, so he does get to draw a card. But that is a problem either way, I have to say. Okay, so he goes down to 4. We're going to double block the aerial responder, most likely. The problem is he can actually tap one of our blockers. We just kind of have to hope he doesn't do that. Because he will go up. We can actually just kill him on the backswing if he's really aggressive here. But, and we know he doesn't for sure have a trick in his hand. So, okay. Whirler Maker. Where's our aerial responder? Our opponent's gotten his on turn 3 2 games in a row. Right, so we're just going to take this. Ooh, there's our aerial responder. Complain and you will receive. So we're going to attack with our Glint Sleeve. Play an aerial responder of our own, and end our turn. So he doesn't have the energy right this second to tap anything. That's good for us. He does have 3 cards in his hand. Okay, good. So we're just going to go make a Thopter. I think I actually want to attack with the responder because of impeccable timing, basically. But I will attack, well, I'm getting to almost where I can attack with everything, although aerial responder makes it a little bit harder to do so. Okay. Definitely kill the responder. Try to, at least. Looks like we do. We'll hold on to both of these cards. I guess, wait, if we'd attacked... No, because he would have blocked this on the ground with my ground creature. But now he's just dead in the sky, so I think we got it. We did. All right, well, that was nice. Our deck, I think, is about what I wanted it to be, so... That was a lot of fun to play. We'll go on to our next match now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.